Councillor Daalat Ali from the Rochdale Borough Council.
Thank you, Aftab. So I didn't know I was going to. I think the manifesto, it was long overdue. But before I go a bit further on, I would like to give you a quote from my mother, who is 84-year-old, and this was in an interview, and I'll share that with you. But before that, I think, Sophia, my generation, and probably more of our regime generation, owe an apology to your generation for letting you down, for not reclaiming our identity. And I have no hesitation in saying that people of that generation have been pushing for Muslim identity, Pakistani identity, not Kashmiri identity. And I don't think it was deliberate. I think it was really by default, and then we didn't know what was coming and how things will develop and what have you. And yes, there is a real identity crisis within young people, which needs to be really reclaimed. And I think earlier on, Simon or Mr. Hemming has said, and I think Mr. Ward has said, that there are wishful rhetorics and rhetorics about self-determination. It's what we can do practically. And I think what British Parliament and parliamentarians and councillors like myself and community leaders like Rajiv Saab and Bilan, the rest of them, can do is to push for inclusion of Kashmiri community, which is, I think, number one on that. And then we need to be included at all levels. And what it is, as a cabinet member myself for community safety and leisure and tourism, what I'm finding out is the prevent agenda, the engagement, and all the rest of it, government has put in a lot of money. And that lot of money is not trickling down to Kashmiri community at all. Kashmiri community continues to live in some excluded enclaves. They find it very hard to integrate. Nobody talks to them. You know, like there are the very people who are supposed to be engaging with so-called Muslim community have got enormous bigotry, like Sophia said earlier on. You know, like me, please. Well, what is a me, please? You know, like we don't call you down either from the eye or something. You ain't about that. So I won't take a lot of time after. And then, you know, like it's a beggar's belief. The very people the government is going to engage with, so-called Muslim community or communities, have got really derogatory, you know, like an imperial. And then we are bringing coloniality into Britain really. So the first point would be to include Kashmiris, and that's why I requested Simon Danczuk. I requested Simon Danczuk for our general debate, which is very successfully conducted. The other thing, I mean, we got to be very honest. Sorry, Aftab, you know, okay.
Because Clive have to go. So.
Right, 2 minutes. We got to be very honest. Our experience, my experience as a councillor, as a cabinet member in Rochdale is, and we were the first one to nip CSE in the bud, and we've got a lot of bad press and good press, and then we've managed to, unlike Rotherham, we've managed to get over it. And unfortunately, 80% of those criminals, culprits, were of Kashmiri community. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, I don't apologize, you know, they were. And then we looked at why are they overrepresented, and then we reversed that look, and we're doing some research with Manchester University now. When we reversed that point, we reversed it, they're overrepresented in criminal justice, they're overrepresented in poverty, ignorance, no engagement, so it is in par with everyday life. So why only talk about CSE, which Simon very successfully has done. So are really letting community down. And then the first point would be, after the election, I think, to nip that in the bud, get Kashmiri the next census. And one of the quotes that I wanted to say, my mother is 84. Every time she has to go to hospital, my daughters have to take work off time and go with her. And some of the things she don't want to share with them, you know, like grandchildren. And one day she was crying and I said, well, what's mom? Well, what's going on? She said, well, my next door is a Punjabi lady. She gets appropriate interpreter from the NHS. The other one is Indian Gujarati. She does. Why can't I? I said, what do you mean? She says, I was born in United Kashmir, Maharashtra's Kashmir, United Free Kashmir. She says, I was married in divided Kashmir. She said, in this country I came as a Kashmiri. And now people tell me I'm a Muslim, I'm a Pakistani, I'm black, I'm Asian, but nobody is prepared to listen to me what I am. They don't listen to my language. So that's why I say the previous, we might have been Lord Mayors, we might have been councillors, we might have been whatever, we owe apology to our next generation for letting their identity slip in the water. And that's what
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Daalat Ali. And